Still see some people trickling in here, but let's go ahead and get started. So thank you for joining today. I'm Jeff Gould. I am a #1 app developer, and I'm founder of AppRush Academy. And I'm about to get 10 million app downloads. This is really cool for me. It's a huge milestone. I really still can't believe it. I'm just kind of a one-man show here. I remember when I got 1 million downloads. I couldn't even believe that, and here I am about to get 10 million downloads. So I'm really, really excited about it. Any day now, I should get it. So um, I'm most famous for what's called my app marketing trifecta. This is actually where I got 1 million downloads, or more than 1 million downloads, across all of the 3 major app stores. So like iTunes, Amazon, and Google. This drove actually some of the biggest brands to hire me to help them promote their products and brands with apps. So you made the right decision to watch this webinar today. I prepared some great information for you that you can use immediately. I know some of you here are just trying to figure out any way to make money, to live kind of that internet lifestyle. You're probably looking at podcasting or selling stuff on Amazon or online courses, Facebook ads, internet marketing. Some of you already have apps or games. I get it. I'm with you. It's all about living that internet lifestyle. And some of you already have apps, but you're frustrated with your results. And you're not alone. There's a lot of people just like you. So I'm here today to tell you why you should make apps and how you can dramatically improve your results. So one of the most common questions I get asked is, how do you make money with free apps? Or what would you do if you had to start all over? In today's webinar, I'm going to tell you exactly that. Exactly what I'd do if I had to start all over from scratch. I'm going to walk you through all of the steps you would need to take to start from kind of wherever you are and make money with apps. You're going to walk away from this webinar and know why you should make apps. So again, you have a lot of options to kind of make money and live that internet lifestyle. And today I'm going to tell you why it should be apps, what type of app you should make, and how to make it for every device. So you're also going to learn some unusual strategies used by the top app developers to get millions of downloads in every app store. And you're going to know how to turn those downloads into a lot of money. I'm going to walk you through what I call the BAM system. I realize that's kind of cheesy, but it is what it is. By this time next week, if you follow this system, you'll be well on your way to making money with mobile apps and games. Imagine yourself 4 weeks from now if you were making some extra money with apps. Imagine how good that would feel. Here's what you're going to learn today. An overview of the app landscape and why now is the time you want to get in on this. How to find the hottest apps. The best app category to start with, especially if you're brand new to apps. And different ways you can make money with an app or game, and specifically even free apps and games. And you're going to learn my marketing strategies, how I got 10 million app downloads across multiple app stores. And you're going to learn my monetization strategies, how I consistently earn over $1,000 per day from my simple games. And you're also going to get a sneak peek into my upcoming 28-day challenge. You're also going to hear from a few of my students who took my last 28-day challenge and what they had to say about it. I also have some great gifts for you at the end of this webinar, which is kind of my way of bribing you to stay for the whole thing, but trust me, it'll be worth it. All right, what this isn't. This is not a get-rich-quick webinar. This is not about making millions of dollars overnight. This is not do nothing and still make money. But what this is an opportunity to make life-changing money. And I know firsthand, and some of my students know firsthand, that that's a true statement. Success won't happen overnight, although it can, and it will require work. But the good news is I know exactly what you need to work on to go from wherever you are to making money with apps as quickly as possible. Oh, looks like some of you might be having trouble hearing me, so let me just try something really quick. Cool. All right. Sorry about that. So again, I know exactly what you need to work on to go from wherever you are to making money with apps as quickly as possible. And that's a key kind of something to really point out here, quickly as possible. So, and you'll hear more about my story here in a second, and it's quick. I don't want to bore you with my story, but it really was quick. You can make games and apps very quickly using free software and get them into the app stores really quick. And so the bottom line is you really can make money very, very quickly if you know kind of what to do. And that's what I'm here to tell you. All right, I know a lot of you here feel like making money with apps is probably really hard and complicated. I also know a lot of you here already are making apps, but you're struggling to get downloads and make money. I totally get it. I get emails from you guys all the time. How can you help me? Can you help me with this? I already have this app in the App Store, but it's not, doing very well. I totally get it. You're definitely not alone. So I know exactly how you feel. I used to feel that same way. In fact, I felt that way for months. It was really, really complicated at first. I had no one there to help me figure out what type of app I should make, how to build apps, how to get downloads, and how to make money with the apps. I had no extra time. I was working a full-time job in finance. I was commuting here in San Diego an hour a day in traffic, and I have a wife and 2 kids that I was trying to find time to spend. I was trying to find, time to spend with those guys, anyways. But I got committed to figuring this out. After months of long hours and trial and error, I figured out a system. It's called the BAM system. And today, I want to share that system with you. So let's talk about the strategies and the system. But first, let's talk about this huge opportunity. Do you know how many app downloads there were last year? Over 100 billion app downloads. Do you know how much money those apps made? They made over 25 billion with a B in global app revenues. It's hard to fathom. Some app developers are making over $1 million per day. Some are even making over $2 million per day. But you don't need to be a top grossing developer to make life-changing money with apps. I can still vividly remember the day when I realized my first app was making $50 per day in just one of the smaller app stores. I couldn't figure out how to check my sales in this particular store. And when I finally figured it out, how to check the sales, I realized I had been making an extra $50 per day for like 2 weeks. I couldn't wait to rush home and tell my wife. That little $50 per day in just this one little store was like the jet fuel that got me so excited to figure out how to make even more money with apps. I immersed myself in everything that had to do with apps. I'm very analytical by nature, so I spent months testing everything to see what works and what doesn't in regards to getting downloads and making money. I tried everything to get downloads. I tried changing my icons and screenshots. I tried different app names and keywords and review websites and descriptions and cross promotions and press releases and videos. You name it, I tried it. I tried everything to make more money per download. I tried affiliates and in-app purchases and in-app currencies and banner ads and full page ads, RevMob, Chartboost, Upsite, videos in the app. You name it, I tried it, changing prices. And when I finally figured out what after testing, everything for downloads and everything for making money, I finally figured out what works and what doesn't. Fast forward, and now I have millions of downloads in every app store. And any day, I'm about to hit my 10 millionth app download. That is so freaking cool for me, you guys. I can't emphasize what a milestone that's going to be for me. I make more money from my apps than I did my high salaried corporate job in finance here in San Diego. I mean, way more money with apps. And I've been hired by some of the biggest brands to help them promote their products and brands with apps. But many of you are just like me when I first started, and making even an extra $100 per day or just $3,000 per month would really help. Imagine what you would do if you made that extra $3,000 per month. Would you pay off some debt? Would you take a vacation? Imagine what your friends and family would think if you had an app in the App Store or multiple apps in the App Store, and your apps were covering all of your living expenses and your vacations and your new car and your expensive dinners. You get it. Seriously, take a minute and imagine how freaking good it would feel to actually live that internet lifestyle. I know firsthand how it feels, and it's amazing. Imagine what will happen when you have multiple apps and the downloads and profits start stacking up. That is exactly what happened to my students when they started using this system. If you just need help with your existing apps, or if you're starting from scratch, the BAM system works. So here it is. It's build, analyze, market, and monetize. It's that simple. So how do you build apps quickly and cheaply? You really have three different options to build your app once you have your app idea. You can hire someone on Odesk or Elance or other freelance websites to make the app for you. This is commonly known as outsourcing. You can buy an existing app or source code, hire someone to make some changes to it, and publish it as your own. This is commonly known as app flipping. Or my favorite way, you can make it yourself using free drag and drop software that does all of the techie stuff for you. Here are some of the common myths that most people hear about and just kind of stop and they don't even get started with apps. They think apps are expensive to make. That's not true. You can use free software to get started. There's really no upfront costs. It takes a lot of time. That's not true either. The software and you can get templates now that speed up the entire process. Myth number 3, you have to be a tech genius. That's definitely not true. Software does all of the techie stuff for you. So I built my first game. It was a milkshake game myself in a matter of days using this simple drag and drop software. And just that one game has gone on to make me over $200,000 in less than 2 years. Just that one game. Not bad for a part-time income. So now that you know how to build apps, how do you analyze and find the hottest apps, and what type of apps should you make? Well, let's take a look at the top grossing apps at iTunes. These are the apps making the most money. So if we look at iTunes and we filter on the top grossing, you can see that out of 30 apps, there's 24 out of the 30 are games. So that's 80%. Almost any given day, 80 to 90% of all the apps in the top grossing apps are games. So it's a great place to start. But just to be clear, you don't have to make games, but my most successful students and we all started out making games, and simple games at that. So now that you know how to analyze and find the hottest and most profitable apps, let's talk about what you need to do to market your app. There are literally hundreds of things you could do to drive downloads, but there are only a handful of marketing strategies that really work. And for those of you who are kind of struggling, you already have apps and you're really just struggling, pay attention to some of these. The first one, or here are the 5 things you must do to maximize your downloads. The first one is you must put your app in every app store. I know a lot of you that have apps are kind of limiting yourself to just iTunes, and that is a huge mistake. For example, here's a sample of the app stores your app should be in: iTunes, Google, Amazon, Samsung, Mac, Windows, Opera Mobile, etc. The list really goes on. Here's proof. In just these 3 app stores, I have over 9 million app downloads. If I would have limited myself to just iTunes, I would have less than half. I would only have 4 million downloads. And what is great about using software to make apps, you can simply make one game or one app and create multiple files so you can put your app in every app store at no extra cost. Software allows you to make one app and make it available in almost every device. You want your app at iTunes, obviously, for the iPhone, the iPad, the iPod. You want your app at Windows for the desktop and the phones. You want your app on the Mac. You want your app for the Kindle and the Fire phone. You want your apps on the Android tablets and phones like the Samsung, Galaxy, etc. I mean, there's so many devices, and you want to make sure your app is packaged in a way that can be used on every single device. Number 2, you must optimize your keywords. Over 60% of all downloads come after somebody types keywords into a search box. For example, you should use some of the popular websites to research competitors' keywords. My favorite is Sensor Tower, but there's others like appcode.es, Searchman, and there's a few others. But if you just want to pick one, go check out Sensor Tower. Here's proof. Over 60% of users find apps after doing a search. Number 3, you must include some of the most popular keywords in your app name. For example, you might want to use a hyphen or a dash to kind of separate your app name. Something like my app name dash keyword, keyword, keyword. It has to kind of make sense. It can't just be like a bunch of keywords with commas or anything, but Putting keywords in your app name is extremely important. Here's proof. One of my students doubled his app downloads after I helped him change his app name. He went from getting around 3,000 downloads to over 6,000 downloads a day. Number 4, you must create a video of your app in action to really maximize your downloads. For example, you can mirror your device on your computer and then record your computer using free programs like Jing, and then just upload that video to YouTube. Here's proof. One of my videos has over 350,000 YouTube views. Number 5, you must prompt your users for good ratings while filtering for negative ratings. For example, I use various pop-ups to solicit a positive rating while also giving a user a way to let me know if they're having a problem with my app. Here, let me give you an example. Here's a simple pop-up that you might want to use in your app. It says, send love. If you're enjoying this app, please send us love by rating this app. The send love button is kind of subliminal for a good review. There's not going to be too many people that click a word that says send love and then not give you a positive review. I also have a button down there that says having problems to field bad reviews. So if they click that, I'm not going to send them to the App Store to give me a 1-star rating. I'm going to pop up an email that says, please email me your experience and how I can make my app better. All right, along with those 5 must-dos, having a network of other developers to cross-promote each other's apps can take your apps to the next level. Cross-promotions is huge. All right, so now that you know how to market your app, let's talk about what you need to do to monetize your app to make as much money as possible per download. Just like marketing apps, there's tons of ways you can make money with your apps as well. But here are the 2 things you must do to make as much money as possible per download. You must use some type of affiliate strategy. For example, you can make anywhere from $1 to $6 by promoting another developer's free app from within your app. Here's proof. I made $23,440 in my first 3 months using just affiliates. Here's more proof. A student of mine made $3,195 in just 90 days using just one affiliate strategy. And it's pretty easy to promote these other developers' free apps because they're the apps that are in the top grossing. And these are the popular apps anyways that people are going to want to buy. And this is a little different. This strategy is actually completely different than just using RevMob or Chartboost or Playhaven, Upsite, because you get to kind of place the ad exactly where you want it. I know that Playhaven or Chartboost and RevMob kind of let you decide when it's going to pop up, but using this strategy, you can kind of couple it with this engagement. So as your players are achieving a level or doing something good or beating their high score, that's when you prompt them to say, hey, congratulations, you won, go download this other free app. The engagement part of this is huge, and I tell you exactly how to do that. I wanted to give you kind of a taste for it, but in my AppRush Academy 28-day challenge, I kind of go in great detail on this is huge. All right, so number 2, you must offer your app for free and use some type of in-app purchase. For example, you can give some of your content or your game away for free and then charge a fee using in-app purchases if they do want the full functionality of your app or game. Here's proof. Free apps with in-app purchases are dominating the top grossing. Again, there's tons of ways to make money with apps, and I cover all of them in great detail in my AppRush Academy 28-day challenge, and I'll tell you more about that later. All right, those 2 strategies are by far the most important. And once you start making money, you just analyze your results, make some updates, and make even more money. That's a pretty simple formula, isn't it? Can you see how powerful this system really is? Can you see how just using one of the monetization strategies can make a ton of money? Well, that system, build, analyze, market, monetize, got one of my students over 400,000 app downloads and made him $18,000 in just 90 days. Not bad for his very first app. That same system got me over 1 million app downloads and made me over $54,000 in just the last 90 days. Now let's talk about you. Let me ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to make money with apps? go ahead and let me know in the chat box. All right. I know some of you here are brand new to making apps, and I want to ensure that it really isn't that. I want you to know that it really isn't that hard. If I can do it, you can definitely do it, and I will show you how. I also realize some of you on this webinar are already making apps, and you're probably just kind of frustrated with your results. And I get it, and you're definitely not alone. I've helped tons of developers who already have apps get way more downloads and make way more money with their existing app. All right, so I'm seeing a lot of 10s. So one, just kidding. Okay, hey. So looks like you guys are definitely excited, and looks like some of you are already making apps, but just need some help. So cool. All right, so you've been listening. You've seen the power of these strategies, and you know that this stuff works, and you can do this. At this point, you're probably wondering to yourself, what is the fastest way for me to actually do this? Like my students, you just need to learn from my example by taking action and following the step-by-step strategies I teach. Here are some comments from a few people who took my last 28-day challenge. Mark says, thanks again, Jeff. I wish I had this information when I started making apps 3 years ago. Jeffrey says, my app downloads are up over 1,000% since we started the 28-day challenge, and I expect them to improve even more using the strategies I've learned. Peter said, I joined the AppRush Academy 28-day challenge even though I couldn't really afford it, but I'm definitely glad I did, and I know that this is the start of a brand new exciting chapter in my life. Thanks, Jeff. And David said, with Jeff's 28-day challenge, I created several apps, and I'm making a few $100s per month, but I'm just getting started. If you're on the fence about taking the 28-day challenge, I told Jeff to offer up my personal email, and I'd be happy to talk with you. So for those of you who actually want to take David up on this offer, his personal email address is hawktroopdoc@gmail.com. It's hawktroopdoc@gmail.com. All right, so here are your options. You can either take what I just taught you and run with it, just kind of do it all yourself, or you can hire me to do it with you. And for those of you who want additional help, if you want me to work with you step by step, I have a program that is perfect for you. It's called the AppRush Academy 28-day challenge, and it starts this Monday. The 28-day challenge is all about me helping you make money with apps in 28 days or less. So if you want to create apps and start making money as quickly as possible, the 28-day challenge is specifically for you. Even if you already have apps and you just need help with downloads and monetization, what you will learn in the 28-day challenge will dramatically improve your results. If you're new to apps and you want to learn how to make apps the right way and bypass the learning curve, the 28-day challenge is very important for you. I'm giving you a proven system that's been working very, very well for me and my students. Again, just in his first 90 days, a student of mine used this system to get 400,000 app downloads and make over 18,000. And you just saw how another student made a quick $3,000 just using the affiliate revenue. So this system is working really good, and you can just model what is working for me and my students and use it in your apps. So here's how we're going to do this. Here's how we're going to accomplish you building apps and getting downloads in just 28 days. The AppRush Academy 28-day challenge, it starts with 4 modules. Each module covers just 1 week of activities. Module 1 is Analyze, Module 2 is Build, Module 3 is Monetize, and Module 4 is Market. So now let's take a deeper look into each one of these. So we start off in week 1 by looking across all of the app stores to see which type of app we should make. Then we analyze the style of apps that we're going to make to see how similar apps are making so much money. In Module 1, I'm also going to walk you through how to create a mock-up of your perfect app. So by the end of this week, you'll have everything you need to start building your ideal app. I give you a questionnaire to fill out while you're analyzing various apps. I give you a PDF with common definitions so you can understand everything about the app terminology. I give you a wireframe template so you can more or less create an app in PowerPoint or Keynote. I literally hold your hand through the entire process, every single step of the way, telling you exactly how to pick your ideal app. I even set up a group coaching call towards the end of the week to ensure you're on track and answer any questions you might have. This is not just a bunch of videos with some concepts. I'm literally giving you fill-in-the-blank templates, and I'm helping you get this stuff done. Week 1 is huge. Selecting the right app is the foundation of you making money with apps. Once we have your app idea, we're going to keep the momentum and work on getting your app built. Whether you want to try and build it yourself or outsource it, I help you every step of the way. Again, this isn't one of those trainings where I'm just going to give you a bunch of concepts on what to do. I'm literally going to show you and how to do it. In week 2, we're going to keep the momentum and figure out the quickest and cheapest way to get your app built. I'm going to walk you through how to build it yourself if you choose that route, all without any techie stuff. Technology has changed. It's no longer difficult to create apps yourself. Look at me. I worked in finance. I don't have any technical skills. You really don't need them. In week 2, I even walk you through how I built my apps myself in my spare time, the same app that got me over 10 million app downloads. I show you how you can build your apps using my apps as a template. This cuts out all the guesswork. Model what's already working and get your apps made faster and easier. I will also show you how to outsource your app development if you choose that path. I will show you how to write a job post, how and where to post it, and I will show you how to select the right developer. I will also have another coaching call towards the end of week 2 to ensure you're on track and answer any questions you might have. So what do we do to ensure we can make as much money as possible once the app is built? That is what we're going to cover in week number 3. Week 3 is all about monetization. We start by making sure your home scene is optimized to maximize your profits. I help you set up your home scene to stack all of what I like to call profit maximizers. These are things like mini pop-ups and icons, more buttons, etc. The first page your user sees when they open up your app is by far the most important, and I help you set it up correctly. In week 3, I'm also going to show you some advanced uses of in-app purchases inside of your app to create recurring revenue, not just one-time purchases. I also help you set up your main sales page so that your users are driven to purchase your most profitable in-app purchase with the best value for them. My favorite is the direct and indirect affiliate strategies. I show you exactly how to engage your users so they click on your affiliate links. This is huge. I help you set up these affiliate links so that you can make up to $6 if your user downloads another developer's free app. Remember earlier when I said affiliate income is huge? You want to make sure this is set up properly, so I will help you every step of the way. Finally, in week number 3, I'm going to show you exactly how I set up my apps to make as much money as possible, or what I like to call my circle of profits. There are so many ways to make money with apps, and it keeps getting better, like video ads, etc. Circle of profits is huge. This is the exact strategy one of my students used to make over $18,000 in just 90 days after launching his very first app. He did exactly what I taught him. By having the Circle of Profits template, it makes it so easy for you to ensure you can make as much money as possible with your apps. So what's our next step? Our app is almost built. We've layered in the Circle of Profits. What's the next step? Well, it's marketing. This is where most developers completely drop the ball and what separates the amateurs from the money makers. Look, I know a lot of you listening right now have dropped the ball when it comes to marketing and getting downloads. You're not alone. This is one of the biggest problems most app developers face. I can help you. Just like I help so many of my other students who are frustrated with their results, I can help you. In weeks 1 through 3, we're building your app. Now it's time to drive traffic. You can't make any money if you don't get downloads. In week 4, I'm going to give you the exact strategies I used in my app marketing trifecta, where I got millions of downloads in all 3 major app stores. The first thing I'm going to do is give you a template and a walkthrough of how to create professional looking screenshots and icons. Most people download an app strictly based on your icon and screenshot, so I help you make yours stand out. But to really drive downloads, I'm also going to help you create a simple video of your app in action. Imagine if if an image is worth 1,000 words, imagine what a video is worth. I created all of my videos using free software. There's really nothing technical involved at all. Once you have your images and video, you're going to want to have a powerful description with a call to action. Just like having your app in every app store, you're also going to want to translate your app into other languages to multiply your app downloads. So I help you translate your app into other languages. In week 4, I'm also going to give you my advanced social media strategy, the same strategy one of my students used to get over 10,000 Facebook fans for his app. This strategy is really huge because once you have a bunch of raving fans, you can tell these fans about your other apps to really drive downloads. I'm also going to show you how to get your competitors' popular keywords so you can use these keywords in your own app. Naming your app correctly is one of the most important things you can do to market your app and drive downloads. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. If you recall from earlier, just changing the app name doubled my students' downloads from 3,000 to 6,000 downloads per day. Now that your app is getting downloads in every app store, we want to make sure your users are prompted to give you a positive rating. Ratings are very important once your app is live in the App Store to help you rank your app higher than your competitors. I have never taught this before, but I'm going to give you the exact template I use and walk you through step-by-step how to get positive ratings. Finally, in week 4, I'm going to help you with other activities to drive downloads like press releases, networking, app review websites, and updating your app. Again, I'm going to give you the templates and resources to speed up all of these marketing activities. I give you press release templates, examples of app descriptions, a list of app review websites, an Excel keyword tool, screenshots, image templates, etc. I'm trying to do as much of the hard work as I can because I want you to have a killer app and get downloads in just 28 days. If you don't do the marketing right, you aren't going to get any downloads. That is why I'm going to help you every step of the way. Just like weeks 1 through 3, at the end of week 4, I'm going to jump on a call and to help you with anything you need. Now you're all set. The last thing I need to do is help you set up an email alert every morning that shows you how many downloads you got and how much money you're making. So the bottom line is this. In the 28-day challenge, I give you the exact blueprint and system that I personally use to get 10 million app downloads and counting. I give you the exact strategies and tools one of my students used to make 18,000 in his first 90 days. Now, I'm obviously not saying that you or anyone is going to make 18,000 in the next 90 days, although I sincerely hope you do. What I am telling you is this. You can use these exact strategies to build, market, and make money with your own apps. Imagine what these strategies will do for you. But I'm not going to stop there. Not only do you get my 4-module online training and my 4 group coaching calls with me, I'm also going to throw in some huge bonuses. Bonus number 1 is my mini game template and banner strategy. This is the same mini game template and strategy that increased my banner revenue by $11,000 per year. Bonus number 2 is my full page ad template and engagement strategy. This is the same template and engagement strategy that increased my affiliate revenue by $12,000 per year. There's still more. There's also a fast action bonus. For the first 10 people to sign up today, I'm going to jump on a 30-minute VIP strategy call with you to kickstart your app success. This fast action bonus is huge. In my last AppRush Academy 28-day challenge, those folks who signed up early and got a VIP strategy session with me are crushing it right now in the App Store. It's really hard to put a value on this, but it still gets better. I am so confident in the results you will get, I offer the best guarantee ever. Here it is. Take the entire 28-day challenge, download everything, take the whole thing, put it to work for you. Build some apps, get some downloads, make some sales, do everything for 30 days. If you're not absolutely thrilled with your results, you pay nothing. I will give you an immediate refund. There's no questions asked. You get to keep everything free anyway. You don't have to send me anything back. There's absolutely no risk at all. Essentially, I'm giving you the entire 28-day challenge for free. If you're not happy, just email me, tell me, and I will give you a full refund. Here's the deal though. I'm only taking 40 students again, just like last time. That way I can ensure you all succeed. And because there were so many of you who didn't register in time before we filled up the last AppRush Academy 28-day challenge, a large number of the seats are already taken from those folks on the waiting list. So if you want to be one of my 40 success stories and claim your fast action bonus, get ready because I'm about to give you the link to sign up. And I need to make sure everyone has a fair shot at getting one of today's fast action bonuses. If you like all of this and you know this is for you, you're probably wondering about the price. First, let me remind you of what you're going to get in the 28-day challenge. I'm only taking 40 students just like last time, and I only have 10 fast action bonuses. You get the 4-module online course, which has a $2,000 value. You get 4 live group coaching calls with me. That has a $1,000 value. Bonus number 1, my mini app template has a $1,000 value. Bonus number 2, my engagement strategy has a $1,000 value. And the fast action bonus for the first 10 only has a $250 value, or I think it's priceless, but the total value is $5,247. But you can enroll today for just 3 payments of $397. But I really want this to be a no-brainer for you. If you enroll right now, I will remove 1 full payment. It's just 2 payments of $397. Or you can save an extra $100 and make just 1 payment of $694. And if you use PayPal's Bill Me Later, you don't have to pay anything for up to 6 months. That is really cool. PayPal just approved us as a preferred vendor, and we can now offer you Bill Me Later, PayPal's credit, as a payment option. This means you can join today and pay for it in 6 months after you start making money with your apps. At this point, you know you can do this. With my generous guarantee and the PayPal payment option, there's really absolutely no reason you shouldn't try my AppRush Academy 28-day challenge. Here's the link. I highly recommend you sign up right now if you want a shot at today's fast action bonus. They always go fast. Remember, the fast action bonus is a 30-minute VIP strategy session with me. In my last 28-day challenge, most of my successful students were the ones who took advantage of this huge bonus. If you haven't already, please go to apprushacademy.com/28-day challenge. There's no www. It's just apprushacademy.com/28-day challenge. And let me know that the link is working. Occasionally, the links get mixed up at the last minute. So if you don't mind, just a couple of you could go there and let me know it's working. I'd appreciate it. Thanks, Andre. Thanks, Steve. All right. I hear emails coming in from people joining, so it looks like everything is working. All right, here's what I want to do. For anyone who signs up today, I will give you all a VIP strategy call with me to ensure you all succeed. It's really important for me to ensure you succeed. I'm not successful if you're not successful. So what I'm going to do, anybody who signs up today while we're on this call, I'm going to give everyone a VIP strategy session with me. The way it works is I have a bunch of time slots set up. You pick what time's convenient for you. I get on a one-on-one call with you, and we just kind of crank out exactly what you need to do to just hit the ground running and make sure you're making money with apps in 28 days or less. All right, here's what I want you to do. Go to apprushacademy.com/28-day challenge. Choose your payment plan, get your login information, set up your VIP strategy call with me, and get immediate access to module number 1. Every week for 4 weeks, I will release a new module. So by the end of 4 weeks, you will have gone through the entire course. Each week, I'm going to give you just what you need that week to accomplish. And I'm going to jump on a coaching call with you each week to ensure and to teach you strategies and answer any questions you might have. By the end of 28 days, You will have an app strategy that is running and generating downloads and sales. That is my mission and what I'm dedicating to doing for you. Although this is a 28-day challenge, you can also go at your own pace. Once you sign up, you can access this information anytime you want. Although I obviously can't guarantee it, after 90 days, I would hope you would have at least made enough to recoup the cost of this course. So if you want me to literally help you make apps, maximize your app downloads, and maximize your profits per download, go to apprushacademy.com/28-day challenge. Sign up, schedule your VIP strategy call with me. Look, I realize there are other top developers that you can learn from. Trey has a course that ranges from $3,000 to $10,000. Chad has a course that's like $2,000. Carter will sell you some templates so you can reskin and flip. But this is different. I don't know of anyone else besides me who's willing to spend as much personal time ensuring each one of my students succeeds. I do one-on-one strategy calls, the group coaching calls. I have a forum in my online academy where you can ask me anything and I'll personally respond. You even heard firsthand from my students that this works. If I do offer this 28-day challenge again, I will be raising the price. Sign up right now and take advantage of this huge discount and bonuses. So how do you know this is right for you? Because you've watched the entire time, you've seen the power of everything I discussed, and you've seen how the 28-day challenge has changed people's lives. And you literally saw yourself creating apps. And don't forget about the best guarantee ever. Seriously, if by the end of 30 days you decide this is not for you for any reason, all you have to do is let me know and I will give you a full refund. There's no questions asked. Essentially, I'm giving you the entire 28-day challenge for free. If you're not happy, just email me, tell me, I will give you a full refund. I don't know how I can get any more risk-free than that. So I want you to be one of my 40 success stories, and I know you want to join in. Look, if you're still here, you know you can do this. I've taken all of the risk. There's really nothing you can lose. So go ahead, start today for just $397. You will not regret it. And remember, if for any reason you're not happy, you can get a refund and keep everything. There's nothing to return back. So I'm very confident you're going to love the 28-day challenge. I've broken it down in such a way it's easy to follow, easy to understand, and easy to see results. So if you're willing to put in some work, to skip a couple nights of TV and spend some time with me each week, then you have what it takes. Look, you've watched the entire presentation. You want to make apps, and you know this is an excellent value. So take advantage of this incredible discount and amazing bonuses. If I do offer this course again, I will be raising the price. I've proved that this system works for people starting from scratch and for those of you who already have apps. It's time for me to raise the price. Remember, I started from nothing. You're in a much better place than I ever was, and you have me to help you every step of the way. So it's easy to get started. Go to apprushacademy.com/28-day challenge and enroll. Plus, if you're not happy for any reason, you get a full refund. There's really no questions asked. I'll see you there. All right, if you're still on the fence, go ahead and ask me any questions in the chat box and I will answer them. Just give me a second to get some water. All right, I see some questions coming in. Please, anyone that has any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat box. All right, let's start here. So how do I convince my wife that this will work? Well, that's a tough one, but I think my guarantee kind of covers it. So if you're not happy, literally I'm telling you this honestly, if you don't believe this works, just take the 28-day challenge, give it a try, make some apps, get some downloads, make some money. And if after 30 days, if you just feel like this was a waste of time, a waste of money, I want you to ask for your refund and I will give it back to you. There's no questions asked. Somebody else here, I already have apps. How can you help me? Not a lot, but little less than half of my students already have apps, and we've consistently helped people get way more downloads, expand their apps to a lot more app stores that people don't even know about, and make a ton more money. So actually, some of my favorite success stories, like you saw, are people that already have an app. They need to like change the app name, and so I help them do that. They need to learn about how to market and get more downloads in the existing stores. I help them with that. And then I teach them about all the other app stores that most app developers aren't even aware of. If you already have apps, I can definitely help you. What are some good metrics to measure an app success? This is a good question. What I always tell my students to do is you take your total revenue divided by the total number of downloads you're getting. So you calculate what's called a revenue per download. And that's a really good metrics to measure. You can range anywhere from, say, 5 cents per download up to 15 cents per download. If you're higher than 15 cents per download, you're doing something really good. So imagine if you got 1 million downloads and you made 5 cents per download, that's 50 grand. If you got 1 million downloads and you made 10 cents per download, that's 100 grand. So a really good metric to measure your app success is revenue per download. And if you're making less than 5 cents per download, something's probably wrong. We can look at that. It might be, you might need to use kind of recurring revenue or coins, in-game currency, stuff like that. So that's a really good metric. If you haven't already, you should go kind of do that calculation. All right, let's see. So for those of you, I'm getting a lot of people here that said, I already registered. What are the next steps? You'll get a bunch of emails from me. There are some automatic emails that will give you instant access to the course, to the online academy. And so you just, it'll give you a username and a password, and you just jump in there and you will have all of Module 1 released to you, and you can ask me anything in the forums, and then we're going to jump on a coaching call here on Thursday. So anybody that's already registered, you will get a bunch of emails with all of the information you need. And so I'm getting questions about, I already have 2 apps, developing some new ones. Should I think about updating my old apps? So that's a good question. So if you already have some old apps, really depends. We obviously want to spend some time looking at your existing apps to see what we can do. But a lot of times people's biggest problem is they get so emotionally attached to their existing apps that they lose sight of the bigger picture and how you can make way more money if you kind of make some new apps and that are kind of already proven success. So you definitely don't want to start from scratch. So to answer your question, we will definitely take a look at your existing apps, and then we will help you identify which new apps you should make and how we can make them the quickest. All right, looks like we got some more questions here. So how is this AppRush Academy 28-day challenge different from like Trey's and Chad's? Let's see. It really comes down to, I think, my personal attention. So one of the testimonials that I didn't even have time to put in here that I got out of my last 28-day challenge was, it was all his favorite part about it was the one-on-one time with me. So that VIP strategy call, and I think I actually did for some students that needed it, I did additional one-on-one time. So I have this calendar out there on TimeTrade that allows you to go in and select what time's convenient for you to meet with me. So I went in and I select a bunch of times that I'm available. You go, you find a time that meets your needs, and then we jump on a strategy call one-on-one, and I help you just crank it out. And then the group coaching call is obviously a great time for you to jump on live with me, ask me any questions live. We do a bunch of training. And then I also have my forum in the academy where you can just kind of, in the forum, you can ask any questions to me, and then a bunch of other developers will jump on and help you answer questions as well as I do. All right, let's see what other questions we have. Will you be doing another challenge? This is a good one. I probably will be doing another challenge, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to do another challenge before the huge spike in Christmas sales. So as most of you are aware, just like any, in retail, apps have a huge, like 8 to 10x spike during Christmas. And so this challenge will likely be the challenge that you'll want to join if you want to get your apps ready in time for Christmas. So, it's very important to have your apps ready by Christmas, because you really do see some huge spikes right the day of Christmas, and then it stays up there kind of through February, and then it starts to level off in March. But so I definitely will be doing another challenge. I actually enjoy these challenges a lot and working with each of you. I just don't know if I'll have time to do another one before the huge Christmas rush, because I have to kind of get some of my own new apps out there in time for Christmas as well. All right, so it looks like we got some folks joining. Cool, Steve, Dave, Sean, LG. Thanks for joining. I'll see you in the academy shortly. And then, all right, so we have another question here. iOS 8, so how will that change things? Yeah, that's a good question. We're not totally sure how it'll change. So Apple's about to release their new operating system and their some new phones. It's definitely going to change things, and that's another reason you kind of want to be part of something like the 28-day challenge. Is we teach you kind of what we're learning. You can learn from each other. What we're seeing, how iOS 8's maybe impacting our apps, app store optimization or kind of SEO type of stuff. So, we share all of that information. So I imagine iOS 8 is going to impact people. The impact from iOS 8 will be huge, as they're going to change kind of the algorithm for how apps are ranked in the App Store, etc. So that's what I think is going to happen there. All right. So how flexible will your course schedule be for me? Because I have permanent work. Yeah. LG, I totally get it. I worked a full-time job before I started making my living from apps, so it's very flexible. So what I do is I release a week's worth of information for 4 weeks, but you can go at your own pace. So I think it's structured. I got a lot of good feedback from the last one that said, the way it was structured was perfect for them. We release a bunch of information. We jump on a group coaching call. We release a bunch of new modules, and then we jump on a coaching call. So I think you'll find that it's really good. I realize that for a lot of you, this is a second job. So I think you'll find that the schedule and the way we coach and everything is ideal for somebody that's doesn't have full time to dedicate to this. Cool. Any other questions from those of you guys? Looks like we still have quite a few of you on the line. So we are going to start this Monday, and the first group coaching call is Thursday. So again, once you sign up, for those of you asking, you will get emails with all of the information about how to access the online membership course, and all the dates for the group coaching calls and how to jump on those group coaching calls. Looking forward to having you guys all in there. This is going to be awesome. I'll do, for those of you kind of on the fence, here's what I want to do for you. All right. So first of all, for those of you, I see there's still a bunch of you here. I'm not sure if everyone that's on this has already registered, but if for some reason you're on the fence and you really just, for whatever reason, you didn't decide to join today, I really want to know why. I've tried to kind of remove as many barriers as I can. And I know this works, and I know that I can really help you. I really do. So if you're willing to put in a little bit of work and to kind of learn some basic step-by-step strategies, I can help you make money with apps. I guarantee it. I mean, I wouldn't give a 30-day guarantee if I didn't believe in my course. So if for whatever reason you're on the call still and you're on the fence, you haven't signed up, and I want to know why, basically, is what I'm saying. So if you could email me at jeff@apprushacademy.com, I'd love for you to just kind of say, hey, Jeff, I really wanted to join, but I didn't think this would work for me, or I already have a full-time job, as some of you said. I get it. I realize some of you don't have full-time to dedicate to this. So I truly want to know why, if you're on the fence, why you didn't join, and see if there's something I can help you with. So that's what I want to do. And so there's a couple ways to do that. First, you can email me at jeff@apprushacademy.com, or I've also set aside a couple of hours to answer your questions one-on-one. So if you're not sure if the 28-day challenge is right for you, go to apprushacademy.com/talk with Jeff. I will get on a call with you and just kind of help you, answer any questions you might have, because I really do, want you to join. I think we're going to have a great group going through again this time, and there's really nothing to lose if you are serious about trying to make money with apps. So, cool. Any other questions from you guys? All right, looks like I got a bunch of you guys joining in. I'm really looking forward to seeing you over there. If for any reason you don't get all the emails with your login information, you'll have at least gotten an email that says, contact Jeff at apprushacademy.com or support@apprushacademy.com, and we will jump on it right away and help make sure you have access and make sure you have everything you need to get started. So I'm looking forward to having you all there. If any other questions, now's your chance. Otherwise, I'm about to end the call. Cool. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this. I've given you a lot of really, really good actionable strategies that you can use immediately, but I'd love to kind of coach you personally. So I'm not sure, David, if there's going to be a replay. When I use GoToWebinar, I have a lot of problems recording this, so I did try to record it, but occasionally I have problems converting it to a movie and getting it out there. So I'll do my best, David, and if I do have success putting this out as a replay, I will definitely send you guys all an email. Everyone will get an email that says, hey, the replay is out, and so look forward to having you guys in there. And cool, David, you're welcome. If you can't catch this one, I'd love to have you in the next one. But at the same time, David, if you don't mind, I'd really like to know what you're definitely on the fence here. So I kind of want to know what it is that makes you not want to join this particular one. So again, it's up to you. I know, everyone has personal reasons, but if you don't mind, shoot me an email and just say, hey, Jeff, I really did want to join, but XYZ is kind of the reason why I didn't. I'd really appreciate that. And then, so LG, again, I'm trying to record the webinar, so I'm hoping that I was successful and I will do the replay. So David said he missed a lot of this, and then we got Steve who just joined, and Sean, cool. Looking forward to having you guys in there. All right, guys, looking forward to helping you guys crush it in the App Store. So talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye.